Marketing efficiency and efficient marketing. In this section, I want to discuss economics, I want to discuss decision making, and I want to discuss our ability to predict prices. Now, I think everybody will agree that economics is not an exact science. Economics is a study of people, and it's a study of human behavior. It's a study of how people react to different stimuli. It really consists of laws of probabilities because there is no certainty in predicting how people will react to different things or how the market will react price-wise to different stimuli. And the market price reaction is based on how buyers and sellers react to prices. Now you can look at in the world of finance to get an idea of how to make decisions in this uncertain and this risky environment. They say that the most prudent investor is one who pursues only a general course of action which is normally right and avoids acts and policies which are normally wrong. Now we can apply that to farming and to ranching. We can say that farmers and ranchers should make decisions that are normally right, and they should avoid decisions or actions that are normally wrong. Think, well, that's kind of ambiguous, but if you'll think about it, farmers and ranchers are already using this principle in the majority of their decisions and actions. If you're selecting a variety and you have problems with drought, you're going to select a drought-resistant variety. You're going to select a variety of wheat, corn, beans, milo, cotton, or whatever. You're going to select a variety that has the highest odds of producing a quality product that you can sell on the market at the lowest cost. If you look at the type of equipment you buy and use, you buy the equipment that has the highest odds of completing the job in a timely manner that you need done. You can look at buying inputs. Who do you buy from? You buy from salespeople that has the highest odds of giving you a fair deal, of treating you right. Everything you do, you do because you believe the odds are higher that that's going to work for you rather than making a different or taking a different course of action. And what we need to do is we need to apply that to selling our product. Now let's talk about what determines price. Well, in my education at Oklahoma State University, I was taught that price is a function of supply and demand. That supply and demand determines price. Do you believe that? Do you believe that supply and demand determines price? Well, I don't. It's been my observation that no one knows what the supply is. No one knows how much wheat's in the bin. No one knows what the size of the harvest, how much wheat or corn or beans or cotton or cattle or whatever is going to be produced. And better yet, no one knows what the demand's going to be, how much is going to be used or consumed. But we do have expectations. We use information to estimate, to project what supply is going to be and what demand is going to be. And it's the expected supply and it's the expected demand that is used to determine whether buy or sell. It influences and determines today's price. So what we've got, well, we've got the efficient market theory that conceptualizes the market. It conceptualizes price determination as information. In other words, the players in the market, the buyers and the sellers, they gather information. They start with the current situation, the current price level. They get new information. They analyze it, determine what impact that's going to have on the market. In other words, are people going to want to buy more or buy less, sell more or sell less? The supply and demand there. What impact is it going to have? Which way is price going to go? And then they take a position, and that makes prices change. So information is what drives the market. Information is what drives expectations. So an efficient market is, one which incorporates all available information into determining price. Now the next question is, then how do I make a profit with marketing? Well, The first thing you got to do is you've got to get the information relative to the market before anybody else. The first one that gets the information relevant to the market, relative to what's going to impact prices, first one that gets that information can take a position and gain profit out of that information or knowledge. But information by itself is not enough. You've got to know the current situation. You've got to know the current price level. And then you've got to analyze that new information, determine if it's going to cause prices to go up or down, which direction, and how much. So to make a profit in marketing, you've got to first get the information before anybody else in the market. And second, you got to analyze it better than the market as a whole. If you could do those two things, then you can make a profit in marketing. Now, my question to you now is, what will make tomorrow's price different from today's price? What makes price change? My answer to you is new information. All available information was used to determine the current price. We get new information, and let's say that I've got a representative in China, got an office there, and they alert me that China is going to buy 5 cargoes of wheat tomorrow. How am I going to use that information? When China buys 5 cargoes of wheat, 36 million bushels a cargo, so 175 million bushels, what's that going to do to the price? What's going to drive price up? So what am I going to do? Well, I'm going to take a position. If they're going to buy a soft red wheat, I'm going to buy it on Chicago futures. If there's hard red wheat, I'm going to buy it on the KC wheat contract. If they're going to buy hard spring, I'm going to buy Winnipeg or in Winnipeg or the spring contract. I'm going to buy the market. If I get information that China's crop is larger than anticipated and they're going to cancel 5 cargoes, what am I going to do? I'm going to take a position on the market. So what makes price change is new information. And my question to you is, do you believe that what makes price different today than yesterday is new information, and what is going to make tomorrow's price different from today's price is new information? And if you believe that, then by definition, you cannot predict price. If you believe that information is used to establish price level, and that what makes that price level change is new information, then by definition, you cannot predict price, tomorrow's price. You can't do it. Now, can you get within a range? Sure. There's certain amounts that the price can move, certain situations that it's going to restrict the degree of movement. But you can't predict which way it's going tomorrow. And so, if that's true, then what does the inability to predict prices, what does that imply about using forward contract, futures contracts, or futures option contracts? The only way you can enhance price is if you can predict what price is going to be down the road. If you predict, and you can predict it 100% accuracy, then you don't want to and it's going to be higher. You don't want to forward contracts, you don't want to hedge, and you don't want to use puts or calls. Well, you can use puts or calls, you can speculate. If you think prices are going to be less, and you've got it in the field, then you may want a forward contract or use a hedge or whatever. If you can predict price, you can use these tools as price enhancement tools, but you cannot predict price. And therefore, they're not price enhancement tools, they're great risk management tools. I know what price is, I know what price I can get today. In other words, if I've got product for sale today, I know what I can sell it. If it's storable and I can store it down, how important is today's price? What is the situation for the price down the road? So what I've got to do is I've got to estimate the odds of money of a higher price down the road than it is today, and I've got to know what today's price means to me relative to staying in business and making a profit. So how do I make decisions? Well, I make decisions based on probability. I make decisions that are normally right, and I avoid decisions that are normally wrong. Example of this is, say, selling wheat in southern Oklahoma at harvest. Normally, the highest price in southern Oklahoma and in Texas, southern Texas wheat areas, it's the highest at harvest. As it gets up into northern Kansas and north of there, the pipeline's been filled, and normally prices are beat down by the harvest at that time, and they're going to be higher in the fall. You evaluate the situation, and you make decisions based on what is normally right in your area with your situation, and you avoid decisions that are normally wrong.